Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I think it's a long time since we did a YouTube video, and I must say I miss you guys. You just please forgive me because I needed to also get prepared before I can just come on live. So please just do your best. Go on whether on Facebook or whichever app you're using to also try invite people that we are live and they should come and learn something new today, because today we are going to learn about school application, how to get funding, how to contact professors, and also mm, let me check what we're going to do today. So today's video is specifically for how to apply for schools and abroad, how to get funding, how to contact professors, how to also get application waivers for your school application. So right now, my professor is here. Yeah, I call him my professor. You may say he's small, but he's mighty. The things he can do, it will blow your mind. Hello, Mr. Phillips. Good evening. I think you're not
Good
hearing me.
evening. Nice to see you.
Or probably
Yeah, I
it's
can hear
my
you.
side. Okay, probably it could be my side. Let me just turn on. Yes. Okay. So can you speak so that I can see if I can hear you now?
Yeah, hi, Nana.
Okay. Hi. Good evening. So I
Okay,
think I need to share it on my Facebook wall so that they also
sure.
can join the live, because yesterday was really a nice topic that I think we need to let people also get involved and let them also know that we are on live. So I think I'm just going to take a minute to share, and then we can get the people that we want them to just join. Okay. Yes. Yes, so I think a couple of people are already here. Those that have already subscribed to my YouTube channel and have clicked on the notification bell, I think
Sure.
they are already here. Yes, okay. Hi everyone here, please. Okay, yeah. As Nana Frimpoma is saying, if you just joined, please share it on your Facebook page, or you can go on my Facebook page, Nana Kofi Bafo, and then click on the share button to also help some friends. The reason why I think it's better sometimes we do YouTube videos is last time I brought a lady that works in the bank, and then we did we taught them how to build their bank account. But unfortunately, the video was deleted automatically by Facebook. So anytime people ask me, I can't get the video for them. So I think
Sure.
I also had to do this on live on YouTube because my account has been restricted. Facebook said I wrote 1,700 cities for uh, Canada visit visas, and it's against their rules, which I have also written an appeal to them so that they can just allow me, because if not until 16th of November, I can't be live on Facebook, which is, I think, is harsh. So yes. So I think please do not be late. Please share and then invite your friends and let them also join and benefit too, because we are here because of you guys. So probably I'll let Mr. Felix also introduce himself to you guys because I know him. I call him small but mighty. So yeah, and then you guys can also get to know who he is. And he's going to also put his social media handles out. So in case if you need some help or if you need some clarification after even today's video, feel free to contact him. Or you can also just go on his Facebook page or his social media handles, like and follow. And anytime he drops an information that is very important. Always you drop information that is important. Yesterday I was there and I felt like, okay, yeah, he is teaching this on Google Meet. I'm like, okay, let me share it. I think a few couple joined, but yeah, you're welcome. So,
Yeah.
Mr. Felix, can you please introduce yourself to
I
people?
think you've already done the introduction. Me and Amite, my name is Felix, and yeah, I mean that's all about me.
Okay, good. The rest that knows him. So, yeah, fine. So, with the topic of the graduate school application and how to apply schools abroad, how to so into those topics, we are going to look at how to apply schools abroad, content of an academic CV, content of statement of purpose, how to find funding, and also how to contact professors and get free admission waivers. So, please, if we can
Sure.
start, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Nana, for having me tonight. And greetings to all of you watching us. As I mentioned, my name is Felix, and I assist people to apply for scholarships abroad and also guide them to be able to navigate the whole process of, being able to get scholarship or funding for their studies abroad. Um, so, based on what Nana said, I believe we've all joined in this session because, in one way or the other, we all want to pursue, I mean, studies abroad, depending on whether it's undergraduate, graduate, or PhD, which is a very good thing because it gives you the exposure and also it also broadens your knowledge and skills as well as build networks with people from different parts of the world. So it's a very good thing. But one thing we all have to understand is that studying abroad is very expensive. It comes at a cost. And for most of us at this part of the world, that's Africa, particularly Ghana, we don't have that luxury of money, or we don't have that um, enough money. And even if we do, we wouldn't want to, spend all of that on, just paying school fees, etc. So there are ways that you can leverage, right, to be able to try as much as possible. Even if you don't get the full funding, you'll be able to reduce costs, right? As Nana always does. Um, from his post and from his engagements with you all online, you would see that he tries as much as possible to help you reduce costs. In case you want to travel, right? So he gives tips, he gives, got some guidelines on how to, prevent paying huge sums of money to other people, but passing through the right channels to be able to still achieve the same goal which you would have spent a lot of money or a fortune on. So it's the same thing, just that mine is focused on studies, right? Studying abroad. So first of all, you want to study abroad, there are certain things that you have to take note. First of all, you have to know the country that you want to go to. I know we want to travel. Obi are like Yoshi does okay, you just want to Japan, like you want to leave the country. But you should also think about the job prospects, right? Of the country that you want to study in. You can't just go and study because you just want to go and study anywhere. You just have to think about the job prospect in that country. After your studies, and you just have to have a plan in place, even if it's not your dream European country or your dream country. At least you just while you are in school, you still have to have a plan in place to make sure that you get to your destination. But first of all, let's look at things that we will need to apply. At a point, I will be sharing my screen and I will walk you through some processes and also share some um, templates on my screen with you. So first of all, you think about the documents. Okay, where do I start? How do I even know? The schools. Where are the schools? Where are they located? Right? How do you even get to know the universities? And it's very powerful. Google has really helped. Things right with the advent of Google. Google has, you just Google maybe universities in maybe Switzerland or universities in UK, universities in Australia, I mean, it will just come up, right? But to be able to streamline it very well, when you type just universities in UK, universities, a whole lot of things will come up. So first of all, you know the course or the program you want to pursue. So first of all, if let's say me, I'm into computer science, cybersecurity stuff. So I'll be biased. Forgive me if I'm biased and I'm using mine as an example. Um, let's say you want to pursue computer science in any country. Let's pick Switzerland, right? Because as Nana will say, "Abrochiremu in heaven." So you just pick Switzerland as a case study. I'll just go to Google and type um, the program that I want to pursue, maybe Masters in Computer Science in Switzerland. And if I type that, it will bring up some universities, right, in Switzerland that have that masters that offer masters in computer science, right? So let's say you want to pursue in masters in social work in Canada. Just go to Google, type masters in social work in Canada. It will bring up some a list of schools that offer a list of Canadian schools that offer masters in, let's say, social work, right? So it's just the way that you type. Sometimes I feel like some of the questions that some people ask us, some of them can easily be googled, or you can easily get them. You don't Some of them you don't need to ask, right? Unless you want some detailed guidelines about how to go about things. Then, but typing which universities in Canada or universities in Switzerland that offer, it should be just like the normal English that you are communicating. Now, now that we've gotten to the level, Nana, please, you can come in anytime you want me to, you want to ask a question so that I don't deviate from the, I can talk for like 3 hours,
Ah,
so you can come in so
okay,
that,
no problem, man. Please,
all
guys,
right.
if you have any questions, just take and stay in the video. After that, he's going to answer any question that you want to know. Whether I've seen people asking about Italy, some people asking about, yeah. So just wait, and then after he's going to answer all your questions. I don't want to interrupt him because it's very
Okay.
educative. So I want him to speak much and give us the more details and everything that he knows about it. Thank you.
So the focus is, yes, definitely studying abroad. I think someone has commented on the link you posted that he's focused on study abroad. Yeah. So yes, so definitely that's the focus for today. I think that's what Nana, even posted earlier during the day. So yes, that's why we are here. Now, the school application process. Let's look at, now that we've gotten to know the school that we want to attend. Now let's look at the things. Mostly these documents cut across all schools, regardless of the country that you are applying to. But definitely there will be some few documents, that additional document that will be country specific or university specific. But these documents that I'm coming to list, are general documents that every school would require of you. First of all, the number one document will be your transcript, right? So let's say if you completed SHS and you are now going to university, or you are now going to the tertiary, you will still be required to provide a transcript. And the transcript, you can get it if you are an SHS graduate, you can get your transcript from your former school. So you can just go there and pick it up, right? So this is for those who are SHS graduates and they now want to do their first degree. You can just go to your school and then request for a transcript. Please try as much as possible not to forge a transcript, because they cross check these things. And if I remember, I think um, the National Science and Maths quiz, I think one of the guys, or is it two of the guys from a particular school, I don't want to mention the name, they, I don't know, they forged their transcript to a particular university in US. They were in US, I think after 2 years or so, they were in the school, and then they were doing some background checks and they found out that they forged their transcripts and they were expelled, right? They are back in Ghana. So try as much as possible not to forge your transcript. It's very important. There are some certain things that you can do, but when it comes to transcript, try as much as possible just to be genuine. If you don't really have a very strong transcript, like your grades are not really strong, there are ways around it. I mean, legal ways around it, right? What we have to put in mind is that the admission teams abroad, they don't just look at our grades, they look at our whole personality. So it's not just only about grades. To make a decision whether to admit you or give you a scholarship, it's not just about your grades. They look at your social work, like the volunteer work you've done. They look at maybe if you've published something. They look at it. They look at your leadership skills. They look at different aspects, right? Come together. I mean, they look at your total package, like your total personality, to make admission decisions. What you've written in your statement of purpose, etc. I'll talk about statement of purpose later. So don't just focus on grades, and I mean, build yourself. If you are still in school while you are watching me, don't just focus on only grades. Yes, grades are important, but try to have a balance, right? Where, I mean, if you are in school, one mistake that I made when I was in school during my first degree, I was just focused on academics. Charlie, me go school, me go to lectures, me master, me pass, I don't know. Social events, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't join any um, group or community or whatever association in the school. IT group me at least where by force we are it in Kwan, you are supposed to be part of that association. I decided not to join, right? But I when I completed, and I realized that I mean some of these things were very important. I was just focused on grades. I had the grades all right, but there were other parts that were lacking, which I needed, and that's the social connections that will help me. So try to join associations while you are in school. Try to join associations while you are in school, as well as okay, a minute.
So, guys, if you have any question, I see Inusa Mohammed saying I'm an SHS graduate and my certificate transcript, English proficiency letter, testimony letter is ready. Can I get help to study? Inusa, the question is like, the aim of this my page or this my YouTube is to teach you how to do it yourself. You can start from somewhere when you are stuck and you don't really understand what you are doing. You can always get back to us and then we can help you because each of us have their own work that we are supposed to do daily so that we can get paid because like whatever service we render on our pages is free. And believe me, we live in countries that have one of the most expensive bills in the world. So we always try to balance the work, our private lifestyle, and also to help you guys. So please do us the favor of also joining our life, learning and making a step so that when we are stuck, we can come in to help you so that we drag you along to move forward together. Okay. But trying to tell us we should start the whole application sometimes for you may be difficult. Okay, so please just also follow the teachings, and then I believe you can do it. If at a point you get stuck, we can come in to help you. But in the moment, please follow the teachings. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Nana. And I also believe, to add to what Nana just said, I think after this session, I mean, there will be more clarity on even how to, for them, I mean, clarity for them to begin by themselves so that, as Nana mentioned, when you get stuck at a point, you can reach out um, for help, right? Yes. So that's it. Now, for I want to talk before I delve into the practical side, and we do live practicals here. For I mentioned for SHS, I mean you go for your transcript, but if you are going, you've completed your first degree, like you've already completed university, your first degree, and you want to do masters or PhD, and then you don't need your SHS transcript unless maybe you are applying to a particular scholarship that requires you to, you know, still submit your SHS transcript, like the Turkish government scholarship, the scholarship to study in Turkey. I know they require, even if you are going for your
Mr.
PhD,
Felix,
they
please
still
1 minute.
require your. All right.
Martha, Please, if your husband is around, please tell him to join this live and follow what he's going to teach. The problem sometimes people complain I don't reply messages in my DMs. The questions that you answer, you people ask me in my DM has been answered on my page or either on YouTube. But sometimes you prefer not to join. So you end up coming back to ask a question that has been answered already, which obviously I wouldn't reply. So, Martha, please tell your husband to just click on the link, or you can just share your phone with him, and then we learn together. When he gets stuck at any point, we are going to help him. He is also going to teach you how to get free application fee waivers. Some schools demand application. So he's going to teach you how you can get free application waivers. So stick and stay throughout the video. And I think every other question that you have will be answered. Thank you. Sorry, Mr. Felix.
Thank you, Nana. So, as I mentioned, we would need um, the transcripts, right? So you get your transcript. Um, your certificate is not required during the application stage, right? You don't need your certificate. It's the transcript that is the most important thing. So let's say if you've graduated, but sorry, if you are done with school, but you've not done your graduation, right? You should still have your transcript, which will be fine. You don't need the certificate at this point. I mean, during the application process, you don't need your certificate. Now, after getting your transcript, we also need something called an academic CV or resume, right? An academic CV is just like your CV, just that this one is tailored towards academics. Like it's more focused instead of the normal CV, it will be more of job focused. You see more employment history. I've done this, I've done that. I worked here, I worked here. But for academic CV, it is more academic specific, which means that it is looking at the academic side of things, your grades, um, your research interest. It is looking at your how do we call it? I mean, the extracurricular activities, your volunteer and leadership experience, if you've done any publications or you've written any articles or papers, it is looking at those things, and those will be the content of an academic CV, right? I'll show you how an academic CV looks like. Now, apart from the academic CV, you also need recommendation letters. And this is where, Ghanaians, it is very difficult. Whoever has been on this journey will tell you that getting recommendation letters in Ghana is one of the most difficult things um, to do during your, graduate, applications, right? So you have to try as much as possible to um, I mean, try to reach out to your your referees early, right? Don't wait till you submit your application before you go and inform them that, oh, you need recommendation letters. Now that you've made a decision that you want to apply to to study abroad, right? Reach out to them that, oh, I'll be using you for as my referees, so that they get the information or they are informed earlier, because unless I'll be chasing almost like they will not even mind you. And I've been through it and I know how it feels. So try to reach out to them early. It is very important, because I know someone who lost his scholarship because the deadline for submitting recommendation letters passed and his referees hadn't submitted the letters yet. So it's very important. And for master's programs, undergraduate programs, most of the schools require just 2 recommendation letters, right? But for PhD, mostly you need 3 recommendation letters, and they should be from your professors, right? At least 2 of the 3 should be from your professors who have taught you and they know you and can speak to your academic performance and character. So these 3 are the most important, and generally it cuts across almost all the schools. But some schools also may require additional documents. What are some of the additional documents? Some schools may require you to submit English language tests, right? Um, what I advise people to do is to try as much as possible to avoid those schools. That's if you are from Ghana or Nigeria or anywhere where English is any country where English is the language, your official language, right? try to avoid those schools. They will waste your time and they will waste your money. After all, it's not worth it. Why should I go and spend IELTS, I think, is around 300 or 350 pounds to go and write IELTS, and then just to come and apply for a school. So as I mentioned, try to avoid cost as much as possible, right? And these are some of the things. Just run away from schools that require you to submit an English proficiency test. Well, the good news is that most of the schools also accept, students from Ghana. They waive the English language, proficiency, or the English language test, right? They waive it for, if you are coming from Ghana, you are a citizen of Ghana, or you schooled in Ghana, right? They waive the English language proficiency test. You don't need to. They don't require you to, by force, like, submit it. So that can also serve as, a waiver. Another way to also waive it is, some schools, well, though they require the test, they will come back with something like, if you can provide a proof that, in the university you were taught using the English language, right? English language was the language of instruction. Then, they will also waive for you, and that one you have to get it from your school, like your university or the school that you attended. Yes, Oscar, try to avoid unnecessary costs. It's very important. The reason I'm saying this is that, let's say averagely, you have to apply to about 10 schools to be able to, stand a good chance of getting funding, right? Some people may be lucky, they apply to just a single school and then they get it, right? But I advise people to apply to at least 10 schools, so that even if it increases your chance, like, and then if multiple funding opportunities or multiple scholarships come, it will be on you to determine which school you want to go to. Like, you have choices, you are spoiled with choices, and that thing is very, very important, right? Then, so let's look at some schools, right? Application fee, right, is very costly. Averagely, if you, even Canada, the application fees are crazier in Canada than in the US. So in Canada, averagely, you are around 100 Canadian dollars, right, per school. Then for US, you are averaging around $60. Some schools are $35, some schools are $30, some schools are 100. I know Georgia Institute of Technology, 105. Georgia State University, $60. UMB, that's University of Maryland, Baltimore, $50. So averagely, you are around the $60 per school. And let's say if you are applying to 10 schools, that will take you to like $600. And even your admissions are not assured yet. So if you are to spend $600,
Ask a question. If a teacher who has done a 3-year diploma basic outline is applying to study undergraduate in a university, can he or she add the transcript and let me see a question, and also indicate that, yeah. Samuel, I think you need to still join the live, and then I think all other questions is going to
okay,
be
sorry.
answered. Okay, so I
Okay,
think
I'm
he's going
back.
to take you through how to go through the process, and then everything will be done. Okay, yeah.
All right. So, can you hear me? I think I had a network miss,
I can hear you. Yeah.
which is okay. Thank you. So, what was I even talking about? I've forgotten what I was talking about. So, yes, imagine if
That's
you are
about
applying
that
to,
applications waivers. Yeah.
yeah, waivers. So definitely you need to target schools that either they are offering free applications, like they are not taking any application fee, or schools that are taking application fee but they have waivers, right? And those are the schools that you should focus on, just to avoid costs. Unless maybe the fact that the school, one thing that many people say is that because the school is of, giving waivers or um I mean, it's not taking application fee, it means it's not a good school, or it means that how do we call it? They don't give scholarships. No, it's never true, right? A school like Cornell University in the US is one of the topmost universities in the world, and they are giving free application. Like, they are not taking any application fee for, I mean, for 2026, they are not taking any application fee. So you can't tell me that because Cornell is giving free application fee, I mean, waiving the application fee, is not a good school. It's never true, or they don't have funding. Cornell is one of the topmost schools. They are battling with, I mean, Harvard and the MITs and the, I mean, Cambridges, right? So you can't say that. So try as much as possible to, I mean, unless maybe you are at the B and you have enough money to waste, then maybe yes, you can go and pay for your application fee. But I mean, those of us hustling there, we will stick to the schools with application fee waivers, or I mean, yes, who have waived the application fee, so that at least if we are applying to like 10 schools and averagely we are paying $60 for each school, then it means we are saving $600, right? So I mean, it's a very good thing to look at or watch out for schools like that. So now I'll pause here if there are any specific
Okay,
questions
so now I
from
think I will
you
take
or
your
from your
questions,
watchers.
and then
Yeah.
after that we can please. What about online schooling? Can you brief us about it? I think we are going to talk about that later. And I think one question somebody asked was if a teacher who has done a 3-year diploma in basic education is applying to study undergraduate degree in a university, can he or she add a transcript and also indicate he had a professional experience? I think your mic is muted.
Sorry, I'm muted. Man. So yes, yeah, I mean, it's very possible. So that's why. So that experience then will come on his CV, right? Because I mentioned that CV is also one of the documents that I mean, you submit as part of your application.
Okay.
So that experience, teaching experience, will come on this. Excuse me, it will come on the CV.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's possible. Yeah.
Okay, so I think
And
now
even
if
I know some schools that, I mean, if he's able to do WES evaluation, right, or credential evaluation, whether they are using, he or she is using WES or any of the accredited credential evaluators, right, then he can even move directly from the diploma to a master's degree, like apply directly with, if he does, or he or she does, I mean, a WES evaluation or credential evaluation. Some schools allow that.
Okay, so I think probably now we can start with the practicals if it's
Okay,
possible, and then yeah.
sure.
So please take take everything that he's going to say now, or write everything down, because if you
Okay,
inbox me
so
tomorrow, it will be difficult. It's a Monday, please.
all right, so I'll share my screen so that we can start something. Okay, so Nana, permit me to share my screen. I'm going to
Okay,
share my
sure,
screen so that.
sure.
Okay, let me share my entire screen so that. Okay, all right. I think everyone can see my screen now, so we can start. Nana, please, my screen is visible, right? I just want to be sure before.
Yes, it's really visible and very
All right,
clear. Yeah.
thank you. So, as I mentioned, first things first, um, especially, um, so let me talk about application fee. Nana, before I do the practical, let me talk about application, how they can get application fee waivers. So, there are multiple ways through which you can get an application fee waiver, right? Some schools automatically they decide that this year we are not taking application fee, it's free application for everyone applying, right? That's one part. Another part is that some schools have something called application free week, right? And I think I know some few schools who are running that, but I mean it's in November and some are in October, right? I'll probably give them those schools out for people to check them before we end the session. But there are some schools, something called application fee free week, right? Which means that if you apply to that school within that week, right, you won't pay any application fee. You apply for, freely. They will not charge you any application fee. But if you don't take advantage of that application free week, then you apply later. You are going to pay the normal application fee. So that's another second way of getting application. Waivers, right? The next one is if you join a session. So most of the universities abroad, they have something called virtual information sessions, where they will hold a session like we are having now, virtually, like on sometimes on Zoom. Yes, they will hold a session, and then if you join the session, everybody who will join the session, that session, they will get free application waivers. So you have to register first to join the session. So mostly they share the link and then you register, then you use the email. So when you are applying to the school later, the email that you use to register for to join the session, you should use the same email to apply to the school, right? And they will automatically waive your your application fee. Another way to waive the application fee is that, yes, some schools, yes, after you join the session, they will not automatically waive your application fee. They will rather send the code, application fee waiver code, to you in your email, right, inbox. And applying and they ask for application fee, you enter that waiver code in that box or session. So these are, the four ways that universities abroad use to waive application fee, and you yourself can use to waive application fee. Right. Okay.
I think the problem is from your side. So I think probably you need to check your internet well because I think it's visible to everybody. Yeah, although I think today is about school. I think I'll arrange another interview with him and then with the person that has so much knowledge about the Nula oyster, and then you can also get that. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So um, as I mentioned, so first of all, the application. So you have to just go to the school, right? If if you go to the school, let's say I want to go to University of let's say Notre Dame, right? Um, so maybe I can just type it away application fee waiver, right, for international students. Let me just put here. Right. So you can see that this school has an application fee of $75, right? But you can have a way of waiving the application. So if you read through here, they even have a process on how to request a waiver, right? So you can read through this another way. You follow the process and then you request for a waiver. That's for this particular school, right? The same way you can, use for other schools to read about their waiver codes. Also, you can, virtual sessions. The um, University of, I don't know, but it could be any university, University of, let's say, Maryland, um, sorry, Maryland virtual sessions, virtual info sessions, right? So something like this, right? When you scroll through, there are virtual information sessions that are coming up. And some of the virtual sessions, they do it at the graduate level, or they do it per department. So, I mean, anyway, you will still get your waiver, right? So you check the virtual sessions that are coming up, like this school, particular school, right? They are doing it per department, so maybe per program. So, I mean, I don't want to watch the YouTube, but I think for them, you have to watch the YouTube here, video here, to be able to get the information that you need, right? For a school like, let me just put here, Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, right? Let's see what they have. Virtual info sessions, right? Open house. They, some of the schools to call it open house. So for this particular school, Illinois Edwardsville, it's also one of the schools that, I mean, is very affordable in the US. And they also have a lot of scholarships, right? So if you are interested, you want a school that is affordable and they also have a lot of scholarships. Sorry, I have to zoom in my. All right. So that's also one of the schools that you can check. And for them, their virtual houses, see, they have dates, right? October 9th, they are having one on October 9th, is for the School of Business and School of Engineering. October 14th for this school, I mean, the department. October 16th for this department. And see, application fee waiver, right? Students applying for an eligible program during the month of October will have their $40 application fee waived. So the application fee for this particular school is $40, right? But if you apply to the school in October, so it means for them, they are waiving the application fee for the whole month of October, right? So it's the whole month. They are not doing it, I mean, for the whole year or the whole term, a week.
Let
They've
me
done
come
it
in
for the
here.
month. Yeah.
This is what some of these agents, they do with you guys. Now, in October, Mr. Felix has shown us that a specific university is waiving the application fee. But since probably you don't have time to watch videos like this, or you don't have time to sit down and learn like this, they will take your money, $120 or $100. It's not easy, it's not a small money in cities. And then they apply the school for you. Whilst they definitely know the application fee has been waived. This is why it's always best to join when I invite people online to come and teach you, so that you also can get the information, even if it's not for you. You can give it to your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife, and then the information will be very useful to them. Sorry for the interruption.
No, it's fine. So yes, so as you can see here, right, they are waiving it. $40 will be waived, right? And he said to receive a waiver, applications must be submitted by November 1st. Now, what this means is that you have to make sure you submit your application by November 1st, right? So that it can be waived. If you submit it after November 1st, you still have to pay the $40 application fee. So if you apply to this, you have to hurry up and make sure you submit it. And this school is very generous. Those who join the webinar, I mean, they will enter a draw for $500 tuition scholarship. I mean, this is very generous because no school does this, right? So the fact that you even attended the webinar of this school, I mean, give you a $500 tuition scholarship. Apart from this school automatically gives 50% scholarship to people who have, I mean, at least second class upper, right? They'll give you 50% scholarship. I know this school very well. So if you are interested, this is one of the schools that, I mean, you can, and in the session, they will discuss about scholarships. So you can ask every question you need on scholarships. You can even get every information you need if you join that session of this school, right? So I mean, that's something you have to take note of. So I think I've shown you how to, because of time I can't go through the schools one by one, but I mean, I've shown you the technique. Just go to Google, any university that comes into your mind, just type virtual information session, or you can type open house, right? Then If there are any coming, you go there, you register. Make sure you register. Don't just wait and say you will join later. You have to register. If somebody sends you a link, one thing about this in virtual info sessions is that if you don't register, and let's say I register and I send you the link, if you join, right, you still won't get the waiver because you didn't register. Your waiver is tied to your registration to join the session, right? So the email that you use to join the session, that's what they will put the waiver on. So let's say if you don't register and someone gave you the link to join the session, yes, you can join the session, all right, ask your questions or whatever, but still you won't be able to get the waiver because the waiver is tied to your registration, you registering to attend the session. Okay, so basically that's it. I have some waiver codes. I know some schools have given some waivers, and let me show you another school. This school, Wayne State, right? Wayne State University is a public university in US, right? Detroit, Michigan. Um, they are waiving application fees. So um, Wayne State application fee waiver, right? So this year they are not taking application fees. And then if you are an undergrad, right? If you are now going to university, you want to apply to attend the university, maybe you are now going for your first degree, um, there is a code for you, right? So let me show you the code for the first degree. Uh, Okay, here we go. So it said application fee. There is no application fee for undergraduate guest students, right? But if you are, I mean, you are applying, then you have to pay this $25, non-refundable. Now there is a way around it, which I want to show you. They have a waiver code, right? Hold on. Yes. So see, it said use the code WSU capital, so 2026 to receive a waiver on your application fee, right? So when you are applying, when you start the application, you can use this code, right? Mostly there is a section where they will ask you to enter an application, code, right? You can use this code. You enter this code there, and your application fee will be waived. This is for those who are now going to university for their first degree. For those of us who have already completed university and we want to do our master's or PhD in this particular school, there you don't need any code. They've automatically waived it. So if you are applying, you are not going to pay any application fee. So you can see here the application fee has been waived for winter 2026, spring, summer 2026, and fall 2026, right? Which is January 2026. Those who will be going in spring around April, summer around May, June, July, then fall, that's August, September, thereabout, right? So meaning they've waived it. You can apply for free if you are going to do your master's or a PhD. If you are going to do your first degree too, your bachelor's degree, this is the code you can use to waive the application fee. So I've given you one school. Another school is a school called University of New Haven, right? University of New Haven. Now this school, let me just type application fee waiver straight away. So here, this particular school, see, for undergraduates, see, this is the code. So you see, it is very simple to even look for the codes, right? So for undergraduate for this particular school, this is the code. If you are now going to the university or you are going to do your undergraduate, just use this code, Web 2024. When you are asked for application fee waiver code, enter this in that session, right? And then it will automatically be waived. Now, for masters, let me show you. They sent me a waiver
1 minute,
code.
Mr. Felix. The name of the school is New Haven. Okay,
Yes,
Mr.
University of New
Famagas.
Haven.
New Haven. University of
Yes,
New
University
Haven.
of New Haven. Yeah, it's in the US. Yeah. Okay, so Let me show you University of New Haven. Okay, sorry. You people are reading my mail, so okay, I'm coming. I'm searching for the code that they sent me so that I can share with you. Right. Okay. Okay, so this is the code that they shared with me. So I one way, okay, I forgot. Another way, right? Some universities, when you open their website, right, there is a form, a certain form that pops up, like an inquiry form, right, where you will fill and like they will ask you questions basically, sorry, on why the program you are interested in. They will ask you questions on your name. There will be a section where they will ask you to enter your full name. Your country of origin, like citizenship, in your phone number, your email address, then the program that you are interested in. Now, when you enter and you click send or submit or whatever, right? Later, they will contact you with an application waiver code, and that's what this particular school did, right? For master's programs, right? They sent me, see, application fee waiver code. So those of you who want to apply for masters or PhD at University of New Haven, you can use this code, right? So this is another code that I've shown you here. Let me show you another code too. Let's check this school. The school called University of Tampa. It is in Florida, US, right? Now, for this particular school, yes, they are giving application fee waivers as well. But I want to show you something. Uh, am I right? Am I at the correct place? No, no, no. This is not the link I want to click on. Okay, let me click on the first link. No, 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 no. Okay, it's fine. I'll look for it. Okay, so this particular school, they give, you know, when you are going for this is for those going for masters and PhD, right? This particular school, I mean, there we have different types of funding. Mostly, what we know is the scholarship. Scholarship is not the only, I mean, form or type of funding we have, right? There are multiple types of funding. How you can get money to support your studies, right? Now we have scholarships, which is popular and we all know. Where you see, I'm on a scholarship. Uh-huh. That one, you don't pay anything, you don't do anything, just there, and everything is covered. Then for graduate school, those doing masters or PhD, going to do their masters or PhD, we have something called graduate assistantships, right? Which is also another type of funding. It's just like the scholarship, just that this one you work in exchange of them giving you the money, you work, right? So they can employ you as a teaching assistant while you are also studying, like for your masters in the same university. They will employ you as a teaching assistant, and in exchange of that, they pay your full tuition, they give you monthly stipends, right? I mean, monthly allowance. Let me put it that way, right? Then they take care of your health insurance, everything. Which I mean, you'll be okay as a student. You will not be rich, but you'll be okay as a student, right? So graduate assistantships are very important, especially if you are going to do your master's or PhD. Then don't look for scholarships, look for graduate assistantships, because at that level for masters or PhD, mostly the funding will come in the form of graduate assistantship. And the graduate assistantships, we have three types. The first type is the graduate teaching assistantship, which they will make you a teaching assistant, right, in the school. You will be assisting some of the professors to teach, I mean, some basic courses. Then they have the graduate research assistantship, where you'll be working as a research assistant, right? Part-time research assistant while you are also studying. You, I mean, support one of the professors to conduct their research, right? And in exchange of that, they also take care of your, everything, right? Then we have something called the graduate administrative assistants, or assistantship, where you work at the school's administration. So just like, let's say in Ghana, our universities, we have administration, right? Yes, you acquire administration, acquire administration. And at the administration, they have the admission office, they have the they can employ you at any of these offices as a graduate administrative assistant. I hope, these things are clear. Then the last way of funding, or another way of funding, is something called fellowships. So fellowship is also just like fellowship. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to work in exchange of the money. They give you the money and you are just studying. It's just like the scholarships. Another advantage of fellowship is that when they give you a fellowship, there are other developmental or leadership training, etc., that they will add to the money, right? So while you are still doing, getting your money, you are also being developed. Like, you'll be made to join some groups, you undergo some leadership training and some things here and there, right? So that's also another form of funding. Now, for this particular school, for their master's programs, they are giving graduate assistantships, right? Now, it's not all the programs. These are the programs that are eligible. So if you're applying to any of these programs in this particular school, you can qualify for a graduate assistantship role, right, or position. So this school, these programs, right? Master MBA, MS Accounting, Business Analytics, Cybersecurity, Entrepreneurship, Finance, Human Resource Management, IT Management, Marketing, Instructional Design and Technology. If you did education, like you have an education background, right? Maybe a teacher or like anything. If you did education, you can apply to this particular program in this school and you can get full funded, right? So basically, yes, business students, those with business background, there is marketing, there is human resource management, there is finance, entrepreneurship, there is business analytics, there is accounting, and there is business administration, right? So, these are, then this is just some information that, they offer it on a rolling basis. Now, if you want scholarships or funding, I would advise you to apply to schools. Whichever school you decide to apply to, I would advise you to apply to those schools very early, right? Don't wait, right? If you want funding or whatever, make sure you apply early, because Sikaneta, let's say the school has allocated $1 million as scholarship or money to give out to students who apply. Now, more or less, it becomes like first come, first serve. And then, so if you apply early, you can get full funding, or you can get at least a substantial amount of funding. But if you apply late, then so they decide, then they share it among like 10 people or among 8 people or like among hundreds of people, which is very, that's not what we want. We want more funding, right? A lot of funding. So try as much as possible to apply to, early to some of these, schools, so that you can get, so University of Tampa. Let me see if I can get you an application fee waiver. Yes. So you see, I showed an interest. So you see, this time, when they sent me this email, I hadn't applied though. I had just completed that form that I said when you go to their website, sometimes a form will pop up and then you have to fill with your name and whichever program you are interested in. So you see, they sent me a mail that I noticed you are interested in our STEM MS cybersecurity program, blah, 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 right? Then they said admission steps and requirements, complete our online application, use this code as your application fee waiver. So when I was applying, I just entered this code, and then my application fee of, I think the application fee, I've forgotten how much. Let me see, University of Tampa, application fee, that's $40 for graduate international, right? So they waived the $40 for me, right? This particular school. So for this particular school, this is the code, right? You you send. If you want to copy, you can copy it. This is for University of Tampa. UTINTGRAD, right? If you want to apply for their master's programs, you can use this code to apply. Nana, what is left for us to touch on?
I think, let me see which one we need to tackle on. And then
The
I think
professors.
with the content of the COPs, SOPs, and also with the how to write academic CVs, which is very important too.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. So
oh, okay. How to also contact professors. That's also very
yeah,
important.
so let me cover that one quickly, right?
Okay.
So this is particularly for those who are going for masters or PhD, right? And if you want graduate assistantship, like you want to be employed or given as a, oh my goodness,
Uh,
if you
I
want to
think
be
who
employed.
said they can't see. So if you can just zoom in a little bit, because
Okay, they
probably
can't see.
yeah,
Is it the screen that they can't see, or they can see but
it's just
it's
small.
okay? I've zoomed in. Oh, this is 90.
90. All right.
This is even 100, right?
Oh, okay. I think, yeah, probably they have to just watch it later on and then we
Yeah.
see. Yeah. Mhm.
So
You
yes, they can't
just
see because I think I was on this screen. I was on the StreamYard screen. That's
yeah.
why they couldn't see because yeah. Anyway, so let's look at how to contact professors. Now, let's say I want to apply to, maybe I found a university that I'm interested in, right? Now, why are we even contacting professors? Note that if you applying for a graduate studies like PhD or masters, right? If you get a professor's approval, you are, I won't say 100%. I mean, it is 100%, but please, I won't say 100%. You are 99.9% assured that you will get full funding, right? And that's why it is very important to reach out to professors or contact them. And let me show this quickly how to do that. How do you even know the professors? Now, don't just contact professor just because you want to contact them. Let's say you want to do I say I will be biased, right? Let's say I want to do computer science, right? Computer science, let's say um let me just use MS computer science at which school, right? Let's use one of these schools that right, let's just use one of these schools that we just found there. So let's say University of Tampa. So I'll just go to Google and type University of Tampa um, MS Cybersecurity, right? Faculty. Just use the word faculty. Faculty. You can even use faculty list or whatever, but I'll just use faculty, right? So what are we doing? We are searching for professors who teach this particular program at this university, right? So how do we find them? There are multiple ways. You can go to LinkedIn and just search for them. I can show you how to do the LinkedIn one, how to do the Twitter one. But today, because of time, I'll just focus on, how to do the search via Google, right? Now you can see from here, it comes faculty and contact, right? So I can just click on it, open it. Um, for this particular school, for this particular program, these are the professors who teach this particular program or this particular, yes, uh, in the department, right? Now, if I click each of these professors, let me open them in new tabs so that we can look at them one by one. But straight away, you can see here, this professor, Muhammad Al Abdullah, this is his email. So if I want to contact him, I can just copy this email, go to my email, blah, 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 and right, send him an email, right? But let's take it step by step. Now, we've seen these professors, right? Let's what you have to do is read when you click on their names, or there will be something. Sometimes they have their pictures there. When you click on it, it will open something, a page like this, right? Where you see information about them, the courses they teach in that school. I mean, their specialization, right? So this particular professor, if I read the specialization, you can see that uh, yes, he's teaching cybersecurity, but he has other specialization like blockchain, cryptocurrency stuff, right? Now, if I'm someone who is interested in cryptocurrency or blockchain or AI, artificial intelligence, or what, let's say cybersecurity, right? I will send him an email that, oh, Professor so and so, I've gone through your page, right? And I realized that you have interest in this, and this interest is also my interest. I'm just using normal English, broken English to explain it. I mean, my interest aligns with yours, right? Are you taking in new students, or will you be able to, I mean, take on, I mean, will I be, or will you give me the opportunity to be supervised by you, right? Something like that. Don't mention, you know your target, a graduate research assistantship like funding. That's what you are looking for. That's why you are contacting him. Let that be in your head. Don't go and say it in the email. Just write that, oh, Professor so and so, let's say Professor uh, Muhammad Al Abdullah, uh, I hope this finds you well. Felix Bentel, I am so and so and so. I am applying, or I've applied to University of Tampa, the MS Cybersecurity program at University of Tampa. I came across your profile, and I believe that, or I could see that, I felt that, I mean, your research interest matches with mine. I would like to kindly know if you are accepting students under your supervision for the incoming semester. That's all, period. Send it to him. When you are sending, maybe you can attach your CV and transcript, and maybe you mentioned that, oh, find attach CV and transcript for your review, right? Period. When you send it to him, they will go to the professor or whoever you to the professor. I mean, you can choose to send it to anyhow, be targeted, right? They will respond to you. If they have, they are accepting things, they will tell you. If they are not, they will tell you, right? So, for example, I sent this mail to at North Carolina State University. Let me try and see if I can bring it up. Okay, and then Professor, this is the email that I sent. He responded. This he's using and then for students. So indirectly, he's not taking on students for the next intake, right? So it's very polite. If they are not accepting you, don't be angry. It's not by force, right? Usika nini bottom. So I responded politely that, oh, thank you for the clarification. I completely understand the funding constraints and appreciate your openness. I admire your work on. I still left it open. I'll still continue to follow his research, and hopefully there will be an opportunity to collaborate in the future. And this, though he doesn't have money for you,
I think unfortunately we lost his signal, which is very bad. But I will see probably if I can reconnect him. Oh, I think yeah, this video should be clear enough. But unfortunately, we lost his signal, so I think I'll reschedule the video with him, and then we can also teach on how to build your academic CV. This Ghana network issue. So yeah, please pardon us for today. Okay. Have a wonderful evening, guys. And God bless you for joining.